Hello UGC NET warriors, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're diving into a paper 1, unit 1 topic from teaching aptitude that's not just important for your UGC NET exam, but also the funda for unlocking a fulfilled life. We're talking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, a theory that helps us understand what truly motivates us, both as learners and as human beings. We'll start with an easy mnemonic to remember the stages. Then, explore each of the levels, step by step. Finally, we'll see why this theory matters and solve some previous year questions that have appeared in the UGC NET exams. But here's the fun part. We'll do this all by using fun examples from Bollywood. So get ready for a full engaging breakdown with a Bollywood tadka that will help you tackle this topic with confidence. Friends, if you are looking for more PYQs on this topic, you can refer to the Unit 10 questions in my UGC NET Paper 1 book that provides you with 6500 plus solved unit-wise questions with detailed solutions and hints. But hey, what if you are looking for online mock tests that can help you practice questions in online exam format? If that's what you are looking for, you can join our newly updated online mock test series with a wide range of full-length tests available on the Arpita Karwa learning app. These tests perfectly replicate the UGC NET exam interface, providing you with a real-life exam experience. Plus, after each test, you'll receive a detailed performance report and see where you stand in the All India leaderboard. Now, before we climb the pyramid of human motivation, let's first meet the man behind it. Abraham Maslow was an American psychologist born in 1908 who gave us one of the most powerful ideas in psychology, the hierarchy of human needs. Maslow believed that all human beings are driven by different kinds of needs, and these needs are arranged like steps in a ladder or layers in a pyramid. According to Maslow, we must satisfy our basic needs first, like food, safety, and rest, before we can aim for higher things like success, creativity, or finding meaning in life. His theory went on to become one of the most famous psychological models in the world. It is a 5-step pyramid. Maslow said that to rise in life, you need to take one step at a time. You can't jump straight to the top without standing firmly on the steps below. Just like you can't reach the terrace without first climbing the stairs. Let's quickly look at what these 5 stages are before we explore each one in detail. The first stage is physiological needs, the second is safety needs, the third is love and belongingness, the fourth is esteem needs, and right at the top is self-actualization. Do you notice how the base is the widest and it gets narrower as you go up? That's because most people are stuck at the lower levels of the pyramid, simply trying to survive, managing daily needs like food, sleep, and emotional support. Very few people actually reach the top, where they can dream big, think creatively, and live with purpose. Maslow's message was simple but powerful. First survive, then thrive. The pyramid narrows as you rise, because the higher you go, the more focused and rarer that level of growth becomes. Now, in order for you to be able to remember all the 5 stages in order, I have made a fun mnemonic for you. Just remember, pyare students love easy success. P dash is for physiological needs, S is for safety needs, L dash stands for love and belongingness, E dash is for esteem needs, and the last S is for self-actualization. Friends, you can find this topic explained in detail in my Amazon bestseller, a book in which we have explained complex topics of UGC NET Paper 1 using real-life examples, images, and diagrams. In fact, our courseware on UGC NET Paper 1 book is India's only UGC NET book that comes with 100 plus video lectures and 4000 plus unit-wise solved PYQs. Now, let's dive deeper into each of the stages. Firstly, at the base of Maslow's pyramid are the physiological needs. These are the most basic things we need to stay alive: food, water, air, sleep, shelter, and warmth. Without these, your body switches into survival mode and higher goals like studying or achieving success get pushed back. Think about it. Have you ever tried studying with a growling stomach or solving questions after barely sleeping the night before? No matter how motivated you are, your brain just won't cooperate. That's because your basic needs must be met first. In short, roti, kapda, or makan are not just a slogan, but real and non-negotiable human need. A strong example of this can be seen in the film Trapped, starring Rajkumar Rao. In the movie, he plays a man who gets accidentally locked inside a high-rise apartment in Mumbai. He's left with no food, no water, no electricity, and no way to call for help. The entire film shows his desperate struggle to survive. He eats insects, collects rainwater, and finds ways to keep himself warm. This situation reflects the physiological stage of Maslow's pyramid. The character's only goal is to stay alive. According to Maslow, survival must come before anything else. Oh, and by the way, who doesn't love free stuff? If you want even more past year questions on this topic without spending a penny, head over to our website. Under the past year paper tab, you will find all the PYQs from 2012 onwards. Ours is the only website that offers 150 plus official UGC NET Paper 1 question papers with authentic answer keys for absolutely free. So, what are you waiting for? Check the description box and grab those free resources today. Once our basic survival needs are met, the next level is safety needs. This includes physical safety, emotional stability, financial security, healthcare, and job stability. At this stage, people want protection from danger, a predictable routine, and a sense of control over their lives. Remember this famous scene in the film Three Idiots? This scene is a great representation of two characters stuck at different levels of Maslow's pyramid. Raju is focused on safety needs. He wants a secure job, a steady income, and peace for his family. His motivation is fear and responsibility. He studies so that he can escape financial insecurity and protect his loved ones. He's stuck in survival mode, trying to reach a stable life. Another example is the movie Tare Zameen Par. Ishan, the young boy, has a loving family and food on the table, but he struggles emotionally and feels unsafe in his school environment where he is misunderstood and punished. He lacks emotional safety, which affects his confidence and learning. But then his new art teacher, Ram Shankar Nikum, notices his struggles and creates a safe, supportive space for Ishan. This emotional safety helps Ishan gain confidence, overcome his difficulties, and begin to thrive both academically and personally. Maslow said that only when lower needs are met can someone aim higher, and both these examples demonstrate that. Next comes love and belongingness. This is where humans seek emotional connection, friendship, intimacy, family bonds, and social acceptance. We want to feel included, loved, and supported. A beautiful example is Dil Chahta Hai. The three friends in the film, Akash, Sameer, and Sid, represent how strong emotional support can shape personal growth. When they drift apart, they feel lost. When they reconnect, they feel whole again. That's love and belonging. Now, think about your own life. Imagine how lonely or sad it would feel if you didn't have friends to share happy or hard moments with, or family who support you, or people who really care. That feeling of being connected is what helps us keep going even when times are tough. Then we arrive at esteem needs. After we feel physically safe and emotionally connected, the next thing we crave is respect from others and from ourselves. This includes things like confidence, independence, recognition, and the feeling that we matter. Maslow explained that esteem has two parts. The first is self-esteem, which means believing in your own abilities and feeling proud of yourself. The second is esteem from others, getting recognition, appreciation, praise, or respect from society, family, or peers. A strong example of this is Dangal. Geeta and Babita already have food, shelter, a safe environment, and a close family bond. But what drives them forward is the need to prove their worth, first to themselves and then to the world. As they train, win matches, and represent India, they develop confidence and inner strength. But the turning point is when Geeta wins the Commonwealth gold and finally earns the proud applause of the entire stadium and her father. That moment reflects both parts of esteem. She believes in herself and the world recognizes her achievement. That's exactly what Maslow meant. Once we feel loved and safe, we want to shine, to feel capable, and to be seen as someone who matters. Finally, we reach the top, self-actualization. This is the highest level in Maslow's hierarchy. It means using your full potential and becoming the best you can be. At this stage, you focus on personal growth, creativity, and doing meaningful work. It's not about basic needs or recognition anymore. It's about fulfilling your own goals and purpose. In our earlier example from the scene in the film Three Idiots, Raju was focused on safety needs. Rancho, on the other hand, has already moved past survival and safety, and even esteem needs. He is operating from the top level, self-actualization. He studies engineering not for marks or money, but because he loves it. He follows his passion and learns for the joy of learning. For Rancho, education is not a means to an end, it's the end itself. Maslow said that only when lower needs are met can someone aim higher. Raju studies out of fear, Rancho studies out of curiosity. That's the difference between surviving and thriving. You can also take real-life inspiration from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. As a child, he sold newspapers to support his family. He later became a renowned scientist. But even that wasn't his final goal. He went on to become the President of India. And still, he didn't stop. He kept learning, teaching, writing, and inspiring people across the country. He didn't just aim for success. He aimed to make a difference. That's what self-actualization truly means. Friends, for more such informative videos wherein we explain most important topics of UGC NET Paper 1 inch less than 15 minutes, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon. And don't forget to check out our playlist section where we've organized unit-wise playlists for UGC NET Paper 1. This way, you can find all the video lectures for each unit together, making your preparation so much easier. Understanding Maslow's hierarchy of needs is essential for anyone entering the teaching profession. That's why it's part of your teaching aptitude syllabus in UGC NET. As a future educator, you're not just delivering lessons. You're working with students who come from different backgrounds with different needs. Maslow's theory reminds us that learning doesn't happen in isolation. If a student is hungry, tired, anxious, or doesn't feel safe or supported, no matter how good your lecture is, they won't be able to focus or absorb the material. This is why effective teachers first build a supportive environment, one where students feel secure, emotionally connected, and respected. Only then can true learning begin. A professor who understands Maslow's theory is better equipped to be empathetic, patient, and responsive to students' real-life challenges inside and outside the classroom. Let's now quickly go over a few questions that have appeared in the UGC NET exam. The first question is on your screen. You may pause the video to read the question. This question asks us to arrange the needs in order based on Maslow's hierarchy. Remember our mnemonic? Pyare students, love easy success. P dash is for physiological needs, S is for safety needs, L stands for love and belongingness, E is for esteem needs, and the last S is for self-actualization. But here, instead of love and belonging, we're given aesthetic needs, which come after esteem and before self-actualization in the extended version of Maslow's model. So, the correct order becomes E, B, A, D, and C. That's option 3. Friends, if you are looking for more PYQs on this topic, you can refer to the unit end questions in my UGC NET Paper 1 book that provides you 4,000 plus solved unit-wise questions with detailed solutions and hints. But hey, what if you are looking for online mock test that can help you practice questions in online exam format? If that's what you are looking for, you can join our newly updated online mock test series with a wide range of full-length tests available on the Arpita Karwa learning app. These tests perfectly replicate the UGC NET exam interface, providing you with a real-life exam experience. Plus, after each test, you'll receive a detailed performance report and see where you stand in the All India leaderboard. It's a great way to identify your strengths and weaknesses and level up your preparation. Let's look at another question. It is on your screen. You may pause the video to read the question. This question asks us to identify which needs in Maslow's hierarchy are linked to higher order learning. Higher order learning means skills like critical thinking, creativity, problem solving, and self-reflection, things that go beyond basic memorization. Only when a person reaches the esteem and self-actualization levels do they have the confidence, motivation, and mental space to engage in such deeper learning. So the correct answer is D bio, which is option 4. By the way, who doesn't love free stuff? If you want even more past year questions on this topic without spending a penny, head over to our website. Under the past year paper tab, you'll find all the PYQs from 2012 onwards. Ours is the only website that offers 150 plus official UGC NET Paper 1 question papers with authentic answer keys for absolutely free. So go ahead and grab those free resources while you can. Friends, I hope you now understand what Maslow's hierarchy of needs is, the different stages it includes, the mnemonic to remember them, and some fun examples to help you recall them. More importantly, I hope you see why this theory is important for you to learn. So, that's it from my side for this video lecture. We'll meet very soon in the next video. Till the time we meet next, happy learning, keep loving literature, and stay tuned to my channel.